It's a question and answer session. So gold and silver are going up today. We got a like already. Hey, good day. Good day to you, Jesus. Hope all is well. Trying to get a few subscribers during this live session. Checking out some stocks and giving you guys some encouragement. That's what it's going to be about. Encouragement to just keep on fighting in terms of investing. You got to do what you have to do to invest. It's not easy. Because life, there's so many expenses. It's all bullshit. Everything is so much money. It is, the world is going down, you know? So you got to protect yourself. Gold, silver, cryptocurrency, stocks, oil stocks. Today, I just bought, in my IRA, I just bought 10 or 11. I think I bought 10 shares of EcoPetrol. So you got the two big oil companies. The good ones. You know, I'm not talking Shell and Exxon. Those are shit. Those are absolute crap. I'm talking about the good ones in Colombia and Brazil. Because they can use slave labor to get better profits. I know that doesn't sound nice. But we want money, okay? We want to make money on this channel. We want to get rich, okay? So, Petrobrazil, PBR. This is the Brazil oil giant. They got a market cap of like 80 billion or something like that. I'm buying those like crazy right now. And I just said I bought EcoPetrol. The symbol for that is EC. Bought 10 shares of that today. Just adding more to my stack, okay? So I know investing is boring, but you just got to freaking keep at it, all right? Oil, I think oil is going to go up to 80, 85 bucks. Because the narrative now is going to be that, oh, we're lowering interest rates. That means China's going to be using more oil. You know, they're lowering interest rates over the whole world. Demand is going to be higher. And the banks are going to take that and run with it, and they're going to help oil go up even higher. Oil is completely manipulated. You know, it's manipulated by the banks, the people that run the banks, which are a certain people group. I'm not going to say who they are, but the certain people group runs the banks. They run everything. They control the politicians. So the certain religious people group, they run the whole show, okay? And they use the market makers. They're going to help oil go up, and then they're going to short it, and it's going to crash. So basically, you just want to load up on these things long term, okay? If you want to try to buy and sell and get in and out, then yeah. But in your retirement account, you want to buy EcoPetrol and Petrobrazil and just keep stacking them. I think this is one of the ways to wealth. Build wealth slow, okay? Yeah, you can try to build wealth fast too. I try to build wealth slow and I build wealth fast, okay? We've got Bitfarms, BITF, that had a double bottom. Now it's rocketing up today, okay? I've got option calls on Bitfarms. So I'm making money. I'm making fast money, okay? We're making fast money on options for gold and silver stocks. We make slow money on dividend commodity stocks, okay? So you got to do both. You got to try to get rich quick and you get rich slow. What happens if one of them fails? You got the other one. If you're getting rich slow and it's taking too long, your get rich quick strategy should be paying off right now because gold's skyrocketing, okay? And I've been recommending to you guys gold and silver stocks for how long? A long time, okay? I've been telling people to buy silver and gold since the year 2000. I've been telling people, so that means I've been telling people to buy gold and silver for over 25 years. And I'm hoping people start listening. Maybe after 50 years, once I start telling people for 50 years, I think then maybe they'll listen. But you guys listen, but most people don't, okay? Most people are going to remain poor. They will not buy silver. They would rather stay poor, okay? That's just human psychology. People like to stay poor. They like to blow their money. That's just the way it is, okay? They blow their money and then they complain that they're poor when it's their own fault that they're poor. You guys got to get rich, get ahead, okay? How's the wife? I don't have a wife. I would like to get married, but I have to find like the perfect woman because women these days we got the social media, and that messes up dating. We've got dating sites that messes everything up, guys. I advise men to stay single until you buy your first house, okay? Then you have something to offer. If you want to get a woman and keep a woman, you got to have something to offer. You can't live in your mom's basement. All right, guys? So do not even date until you get, well, you can date and play around, but don't actually get married don't look for a good woman, a real woman, until you have something to offer, because you will not be able to find one. Women wait at the finish line, and they take the most successful man. They will not get with a man that's poor to try to build with him, okay? Whew, let's go. Buy GPRO stock. You'll thank me later. Is that a GoPro or something? GPRO. Let me check that out. GPRO. Yeah, we got 30 viewers in here. Let's go. Gold and silver. So yeah, we'll check out the prices of gold and silver in just a second, and I'll give my commentary on that. But let's check out GPRO stock. Supposedly it's going to make us all rich. Looks like it's already moving. The analyst rating is a sell. That means it's probably a buy. Whenever the insiders want you to sell something, it means they want to buy it. Okay? And whenever they rate it as a buy, it means they're probably selling it to you. So you have to do the opposite. So GPRO. GPRO. It's funny you mention it now after it already started going higher. But it's down today 3.75%. Let's take a look at the chart real quick. It's skyrocketed. You should have told people to buy it when it was a lot lower. It's already moved up. People always do that, though. They always recommend stocks when they're already up. It's usually because they own them and they want them to keep going up. So psychologically, they tell other people to buy. And in reality, they've already bought, you know. So I don't listen to... Well, sometimes I do listen to recommendations that you guys give. And this one, it might keep going up. Is it $2.30? It's GoPro, yes. So 115 million shares in the float. Declining revenue. They're losing money. Yeah, the company, it's a money losing company, you know. But you can't go by fundamentals. This is not a fundamental driven market. It's a news driven market. If the markets were based on fundamentals, the stock market would be at all-time lows. But it's not. It's based on news. And right now, the predominating news is Federal Reserve is going to cut the rates on the 17th or 18th. Last I checked, today was the 16th. So they're expected to lower the interest rates. And, they say, the markets have already priced it in, you know, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, when they lower the rates, if they do, the market's probably going to go up a little bit higher. And I think gold and silver are going to keep on going, okay? Gold and silver are still reacting to everything that's going on in the world. World War III seems to be ramping up. There's a lot more arguments and stuff now, a lot more people fighting about Israel, and North Korea now says it's going to go after Israel if Israel doesn't change its way and stop murdering its own citizens. So North Korea might want to get involved and try to take out Israel. But like the U.S. is like, we should help Israel. They're killing their people, but let's help them. And like money is probably being funneled to all these politicians, making them filthy rich. A lot of that money that we're sending to Israel, I bet you frickin' Trump's getting that, you know? Or all these politicians. Marco Rubio. Yeah, that guy's a scumbag. Ted Cruz, he's a scumbag. You know, the Republicans are some of the worst. I like to say that the Democrats are pieces of shit, but the Republicans are real pieces of shit too. I'm a libertarian, okay? I don't believe in Trump. I believe that Trump only cares about himself, and he cares about pleasing the powers that be. So he can be protected for his life, whatever. He can make billions of dollars. So Trump wants to please the powers that be. The powers that be are a certain religious people group that I will not say because it's already been said. Okay, they've already talked about it on, Ben Shapiro versus Charlie Kirk. So the powers that be are religious powers, and they control the banks, and they control Donald Trump, and they control the politicians. And now I think the whole world is actually seeing what's going on. So the whole world knows now, I think, that the religious group is kind of controlling our government. And what my thoughts are on it, it doesn't matter. the people will not rise up. And all the people know it's a scam, but the politicians are just going to keep doing what they're doing because they're not in fear. They don't fear the American people. Okay? Guys, we are a force to be reckoned with. All right? We got to let the politicians know that they can't mess with us. They can't keep taking all these bribes. We got to let them know. You know what I mean? We got an inappropriate message. Charlie's shooter likes dudes. Charlie's shooter likes blank blank. Yeah. I don't believe that. I think his shooter was from another country. I think that their story is just a complete fraud. They want America to keep fighting. They want us to Republicans versus Democrat. Transgender acceptance versus religious believing in God. They want that fight to keep going. In reality, the real fight should be against, U.S. versus Israel. That's what we should stop giving money to Israel. So I don't think transgenderism has anything to do with the shooting of Charlie Kirk. I think another country caused the shooting, and they wanted to create more division in America. And also, Charlie Kirk, he went against the powers that be. So it was a political assassination. Okay? Not, oh, I don't like transgender, so I'm going to shoot this guy. This guy was a real freaking pro, okay? Some kid ain't a pro. That's just a kid, I don't buy the story. Another country assassinated him, I believe, in my opinion. It's all politics, guys. So, and it's only going to make gold go higher. Whenever we're leading up towards World War III, more division concerning other countries. And gold today, gold's been bouncing around a lot today. But right now, it's up $8.10. So it's $3,686. If you want to get my full list of gold and silver mining stocks, check out my Patreon. The Patreon is John's Gold and Silver. I trust Cash Patel. I heard of that guy, yeah. He's like some dude involved with the monetary system or something. I don't follow him, though. But yeah, I definitely hear about that guy from time to time. So, silver prices. Let's check out the price of silver. I think silver is actually down a little bit. I mean, it's $42.47. But silver was actually up to almost 43 bucks. It was this far away from 43. I think it's having a hard time to get above 43 because that's where resistance is. And then, of course, the final resistance is at 50 bucks, When silver goes past 43, I think it's going to surge right up to 50. And then once it gets over 50, it has the possibility to go to 150. Well, honestly, it could go a lot higher, Once we get more people in here, I'll actually tell you where silver's headed and where it's going, where it's going to stop. Once we get some more people in here, let's go. I can't keep giving away this key information with only 3 people in here. This is the shit that they don't want you to know, okay? What's the big plans today, Big John? The big plans, obviously it's going to work out. I'm going to do lifting. I'm going to lift. I'm going to make a pound of beef and then have some green beans. I'm going to let that digest a little bit. Then I'm going to go for a walk. And I'm going to do hill sprints and chest. I'm going to do chest. So I'm going to do weighted push-ups. And I might even hit up the triceps a little bit. So today it's all about working out. I just went to the credit union to see about getting a loan for a car. Because I don't want to pay cash. But the interest rates are going to be almost 9%. So I'm like, nah, I'll come back next month. And we'll see what the interest rates are then. Because I think they're going to become a little bit lower. No, I have the day off. No work today. Just having a pre-protein shake before I have my actual pound of beef. And today we're eating low carb, so I'm not going to have any sugar today. So yeah, silver's hanging in there. It's $42.45. I wish it could just go straight to 150, but can't do that. Not until World War III starts. Oh, Bitcoin just jumped. That's something. My TeraWolf stock's probably close to $11 now. I could check, but I don't care. I think it's going to be a lot higher, and I'm going to sell it probably in 3 months from now. I don't really need to know the price. Oh, yeah, and Bitfarms. Yeah, Bitfarms. I was just telling my one buddy about Bitfarms. He's like, nah. And then it just skyrockets. It's funny. You know, and he could have convinced me not to buy it, you know? So remember, guys, if your friends tell you that something is bad, it's probably good. Okay? Because most people do not know what the hell's going on. You know, they don't know they're left from right or they're up from down. And they're stuck in their ways. So if you tell your friend like a stock's going to be good and they say no, that you should buy even more. Okay? Whenever the sheep say one thing, do the opposite. Okay? You gotta do the opposite of the sheep. You don't want to be a sheep. You want to be a wolf wearing sheep's clothing. Wait a minute, isn't that the devil? Yeah, that's the devil. Okay. Maybe I should think of something different, but I still like that analogy. A wolf in sheep's clothing. You got to be a wolf, but you got to act like you are not a threat. Okay? As soon as people know you're an actual wolf, they're going to resent you because they're sheep. Okay? You got to act like one of the sheep. You got to learn how to blend in. If you stand out too much, people are going to try to take you down. So just act stupid, you know? Act dumb. Act like you don't know anything about investing. Just act like the rest of the population, okay? So you can fit in. Because as soon as people know you're rich, as soon as people know you're making a ton of money, they're going to try to discourage you. They're going to say, "Oh, don't buy any more stocks. It's going down," you know. So don't tell people how much money you got, guys. Don't tell people what your plans are. That's one of the keys to success. Don't tell people your future, your plans, okay? Because a lot of you guys might be like, "Oh, I got a good plan. I'm going to ask my friends for advice." No. Your plan is great. Do not ask your friends for advice. Okay? It's probably a great plan. Keep saving up for a car. Winter is coming. Whew. Yeah, it's going to be winter pretty darn soon. It's going to be getting real cold. So I made the one mistake early this spring when I sold some stocks. So that probably cost me 10 grand. That was actually going to be my car. So now, like, I shouldn't get a car, but I still have to, you know. And I've rebuilt my whole stock account, and I'm in fact about $10,000 higher than a little while ago. But everything is going good. It's just, you know, it could always be better. But you're never going to make every trade right. It's never going to happen. Sometimes you're going to sell too early. Sometimes you're going to sell too late. Okay? So I should already have a car, but because of circumstances, I don't have one. So now I have to figure out what to do. Yeah, Bitcoin's moving up a little bit. Good, good. So let's check out Bitfarms stock. It's up 12.75%. TeraWolf, WLF, 1067. So it's not really moving too much. Let's check out some of the gold stocks. B, 28.98. $29 almost. I still think Barrick Gold is going to at least 50 or 60, okay? Just got to keep on buying Barrick. Don't stop. No reason to stop. Let's check out First Majestic today. AG. It's 1050. So the gold stocks aren't really surging today. It's more of a profit-taking day. I think gold investors right now are skimming a little bit off the top and maybe putting some of that money into a cash reserve. Or whatever the heck they're doing, you know. But right now, gold stocks are not having a good day because gold is barely moving. And gold stock investors are some of the most stupid, scared people that I've ever met, including myself sometimes. But a lot of gold stock investors do not have conviction. They're too scared, and they see anytime there's a flat day, they're just like, "Oh, I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell." So gold stock investors really need to get with it and stop being newbies. Because gold is not going to stop. It's only going to keep going higher. It's only going to keep accelerating. And then silver is going to really go crazy. Silver is really where it's at. And then internet computer coin, that thing is like dead. So it's really, really going to be hot soon. Whenever something looks like it's dead, it means it's going to go crazy. Because they want it dead. The insiders want to buy it up. So I think that's what's going on. I think the insiders are buying up ICP. I think that is the real millionaire play here. Probably going to be even bigger than gold and silver. That's the feeling that I'm getting. ICP. So I've got over 500 ICP, and I'm going to keep on getting more and more and more. And hopefully it'll stay down for a little bit longer. But I think it's only going to stay down for another month or two, and I think it's going to start going. Crypto is going to start going. They're going to lower the interest rates, guys, and crypto is going to blow the roof. It's going to blow through the roof. Stupid crypto is going to make us all rich. Stupid fake investment. It's going to make us rich, though. That's all that matters, you know, is that we make money before it collapses. So we can keep riding the Bitcoin wave. It's going to get very exciting. All right, guys, that's about it. We're down to 1 viewer, so we're going to quit there. Keep buying gold and silver. Remember, First Majestic stock, McEwen Mining, okay? MUX. Let's go. Let's get rich, guys.